Hello everybody, welcome back. We have a gold DPS review today. They say, I know my aim is questionable at times, but I feel like I do good and should be higher ranked. I'd say I have good game sense, but constantly get questionable teammates. But I try to always swap to what the team needs. In this game, I started on Storm, Bucky, and finished the game on Punisher to counter group walls. Would like to know where I lack and how to improve so I don't have to rely on others so much. Thank you. All right, perfect. Let's get started. Let's see what's up.
I'll take a cosmic clash over fighting vampires any day. I've always been a heavy hitter. Good.
So far, so good. Positioning's not bad. Obviously, we already mentioned, the aim could use a little work, but it's not bad. How long is this replay? About 20 minutes, so it'll probably take me about 35, 40. Back up. Okay, so something that I'm noticing, and I'm assuming since we're still in gold, something that's hard to kind of keep track of is the momentum of the game. And a pretty easy way to go about it, right, is first of all, is anybody dead, right? If nobody's dead, we're still fighting 6v6, then the momentum is pretty even. The second thing is there a support ult going, right? If there's a support ult going for one team and not for another, then they have huge momentum, and you need to respect that and back up. Now, since you're playing Storm, you also have an added responsibility of you can actually switch to speed and help your team respect it and back up even quicker. So, I would have preferred you see that. But, I don't mind this. Oh, nice. Oh, get out. That's with your speed. Get out. Nice. Start doing damage again. Not bad, not bad. I like it. Ah, switch targets, switch targets. Oh, do we have our sound on? So, yeah, if you hear a strange ult, you definitely want to switch targets and like find it, because if you just shoot at either of these characters, you help kill both of them, right? Yeah, that would have been a huge thing. That's just understanding like opportunity. Okay, now they have a Gambit ult, so we want to back up. Oh, is tunnel vision there? Yeah, that's not good. Now we're down 2. We're probably not going to get out. Just die. Hello? Replay viewer, please. Thank you. Way to get down. Nice. Okay.
Stronger than ever. They hit a checkpoint. Now might be a good time to stop them.
Okay. So far so good. I don't see any like big glaring mistakes.
Better stop that vehicle.
Alright, ult here. Good. Oh no! No! Oh, okay. So I like the attempts to ult. I don't understand. Were we like button mashing it? What? Why did we start the ult right here? Is this not an understanding of how Storm ult works? Maybe just in case you don't know, like you can start the ult and then you move the camera around like Jeff ult. and then you put the circle here, then you start it, right? Yeah, and then you go this way. Play much storm? Yeah. Back to front, just like Turlo was saying. So, yeah, you start the ult animation. She goes like that, and then the circle appears. You back up, and then you start it here, right? Start the circle here, and then you work back this way. So that way, when it ends, and you're you know, back to not being in ult, you end up here. And it's extra important right now because that can kill you. There we go. All right, Bucky.
Still a chance to stop them.
I think that was the most storm we've ever seen on this channel. Bro, nobody plays that character. Oh, almost.
Against the world.
All right, so there's a lot going on here, but we're in gold. So I'm going to try to make this really simple, okay? When you're in team fights like this, the skill that you need to build up is to be able to track one target through a team fight like this, okay? So there's a lot going on. There's all sorts of ults. There's all things we can talk about, target priority. Don't worry about any of that. Just pick one person on the enemy team. Could be a tank, could be a support, could be a DPS, could just be the first person you see. That's fine. Just pick one of them and only shoot and only focus on that one character, okay? What that's going to do is that's going to build up the skill of keeping track of one person through a team fight with all this craziness going on, okay? So once that skill gets up to a level high enough to where you're comfortable and you're like, oh man, I've been shooting a group for the last 10 minutes during this whole team fight. I didn't lose track of him once, but I also didn't kill him. Once you get it to that point, then we can start looking at, okay, now that I have that skill, how do I use that skill to get the most value for my team? Then we combine it with target priority, right? So that's the number one thing I want you to focus on, is just building that skill of being able to focus on one person during the fight.
That's what I need.
That's going to avoid a lot of this. Now, why is that like helpful? I think there's some pretty obvious reasons, but also if you split your damage, right? So right here, we're going to do a little bit of damage to the cloak, a little bit of damage to the Scarlet Witch, and then we're going to switch targets completely and go after the rocket, right? If we combine all of that damage, it's probably like 300 damage, which is enough to kill somebody or get them to start using all of their cooldowns, maybe even 400 damage. However, if we split it up across everybody, it doesn't really do much. Okay? Does that make sense?
Armed and dangerous. Good thing I was here. This is real firepower.
I like that. Bucky. Or shooting the... Sorry. Shooting the ult. Good. Great. I love... Yes, you have to hook Groot and stun him when he's in his ult. Find cover. Nice. You have some good stuff. We just got to point you in the right direction. Oh, get out. Nice. You felt the pressure. You got out. Fighting on high ground. A little bit of mechanics work, but we're working on it. Very good. So, it's time. Oh, somebody kill her. Unfortunate.
My mission isn't over yet.
They hit a checkpoint. Now might be a good
All right,
time to
let's
stop
get
them.
out. Just back out all the way here. Yeah.
Incoming.
So this is how staggers happen. A lot of people think that staggers happen by running in by themselves, but really it's like the main source of staggers, I would argue, like 60%, is actually people staying in a lost fight for too long. Okay? Your Emma's dead already. We only have 3 people here. Your Elsa's also going to die, and there's somebody back here. So, like, there's a 0% chance you win this fight, and even if you miraculously kill 2 or 3, they're just going to spawn right here, right? So you can't hold this. So at this point, it's just like, I don't care if my Gambit and my Strange Doer don't follow me. I'm just going to run over here, right? Just get out.
Mission isn't over yet.
Here, share your thoughts about me holding pens in.
Much better.
I did not see it. But I made sure to teach my daughter to hold it the correct way. And not hold her hand. This is how you hold it. Right? Good. Not this. This is bad. So just to like really hammer the point home. Really hammer the point home, right? We fought over there. Our Elsa still died. And she's not back yet. So this whole fight has been a 5v6 at best. And like by the time she's back, now they already have an ult and we're split up again. So like this is great news because this is something that you can do to actually stop the staggering, and it should just get out when the fight's over. Those are my favorite pens, Pilot G2. Me too. I really like these. I just learned, however, that the numbers is different. So if you look here, I have a Pilot G2 5 and a 7.
Only 60 seconds left.
I didn't know that. And I really like the 5. And I have like a 10. And I was like, why does this not feel as good as it should be? I actually love this. This is great. Unfortunately, I like the positioning and everything, but the shotgun is literally a very point blank. Like, actually point blank. If you're not point blank, just don't use the shotgun. This would be great positioning if you just have the non-shotgun, the machine gun right here. But you're just too far for this.
Dinner time! Lost against the world!
This is real firepower.
Unfortunate. Another fight?
Judge, jury,
Gonna have to.
executioner.
The final 10 seconds! Here comes the hole.
Did they walk off? Wow, they walked off. Wow, gold.
2,
Wow.
2.
Yes, Jake makes good points. Good stuff.
Gotta be the best man I can. Mrs. LeBeau. We got you, baby.
Look how much more effective you already are because you're using the correct weapon. Their health bars are actually going down. It's so good. Don't get me wrong, the shotgun's amazing. You just have to be literally in their face. Yes. That is not true, Jake. Shotguns are actually great at range in real life. See, now this is a situation. This is a situation where you would actually want to whip out the shotgun. So we were talking earlier. I'm a tank player, right? So when I play the game, I play Hulk most of the time. If there is a Punisher nearby and he whips out a shotgun, I have to get out of the way. But
Weapons
the
are
way you
tools,
want to use it,
and I'm the master craftsman. Heads up, hostiles.
the way you want to use this, it's very counterintuitive. Because if I'm back here, it does almost nothing. Like, this is not great. It's not intimidating. Like, it's just going to get healed up, right?
So weak.
However, if you do this,
Double
it's
kill.
insane. Right? So, you just had a situation where the Groot was charging you. What you do as a Punisher is you say, all right, bro, come on. And you W key at the Groot and you switch and you make them run away.
Simple.
Like, it's actually so effective. That's insane. Yeah, that sounds about right, Lou. Yeah. It's great for that. It also depends on the ammo you use. If you use a slug, it can go quite a bit farther, but it's less accurate, and yeah. Very interesting. There's so much misinformation. There's so much wrong information about just guns in general. All right, so now we're on Punisher. Oh, way too far. So yeah, if you see this Groot overstepping his bounds, you can walk up right here, just switch. You're like, all right, you want to challenge me? Like, Punisher close range shotgun is probably the highest damage thing in the game that's not an ult. I want to say that's actually correct.
Hold still. I'm trying to help.
Judge, jury, executioner. This is real firepower.
Oh, nice. Not a bad ult. We get out 2 support ults, 3 support ults, and that. Shotgun, shotgun, shotgun. Oh, unfortunate. Also headshot rocket. Yeah, I agree. So not bad. I mean, you use your ult and Strange ult, and they used 3 support ults, a Scarlet Witch ult, and an Emma ult. Now you guys just like clean up. This is great.
I'm hunkering down.
Get that vehicle moving again.
Win it, hey.
Yeah, I never really thought about it like that. Interesting. I think it would probably have to do with the old, like, version of the word shot, right? Because, like, there's, like, buckshot. Shot means, like, a group of pellets, I think. Yeah, once again, like, we're just nowhere near close enough to use the shotgun. This whole time, you'd be getting so much more damage. Go closer! Go closer! Go closer! Shotgun needs to be up close. What rank am I? My peak was Celestial 1, but I don't really have much time to actually play anymore. So I think my account's sitting around like GM 3, GM 2, something like that.
Almost there. Don't turn back now. You can count on us, Herbie.
Hey, what's up, Good Ben? Oh, you're dead. Ooh. Actually, not terrible.
I'm not done yet.
Portaling? Okay, if your team's portaling, go through the portal and ult. You gotta go with your team. Yeah, for real.
Executioner! Lights out for scum.
Down to 30 seconds.
I unleash the Shanty power.
W key, W key. Yeah, this is why we go with our supports, right? You're lucky you get there, but teamwork is really, really important. When you have a support ult like Punisher, Star-Lord, Scarlet Witch. They're very high threat. And so when you go up in the... I was overthinking it. Yeah. When you go up in the ranks, though, like, you just become a giant target. And you need your people with you to help mitigate the damage that's going to be coming your way. I don't mind this. Nice. I hate the sound effects for this skin. It's actually so terrible. Yeah, so we do need to work on mechanics at some point. Do you know how to use the bots in the practice range? And I mean like the bots that turn into Luna and like jump around and stuff? A pellet rifle, which makes sense. Interesting. Good to know. Yeah? Okay. If not, I can always go into the practice range and show you. But it's very useful. I usually recommend people do like 5 minutes of range training a day. Shotgun range, probably. Oh, just kill her. Oh, she's so dead. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, kill it too. Oh, yeah. If they're just going to give you that, take it. Yo, what's up, False? How's it going? Welcome back.
We got you, Herbie. Don't you worry.
Nice. We take high ground. Good. If your tank is taking space, love it. Throw a turret down. Yeah. We love to see it. Don't let that Groot walk up.
Almost there. Don't turn back now.
Get out of the corner. So if you're gonna play a lot of Punisher, definitely get used to using the shift to get out, right? This is gonna be much more reliable than your right click. The right click is for like really close, but when it's like a Scarlet Witch and you actually have time, just turn around and use that. We haven't really used it much at all. Yep, we're doing VOD reviews as per you, and that's it. Wow. Okay. So there's a lot there. I mean, we went over, micro stuff with Punisher, use your shift more often, how we should use our turret, things like that. Definitely we need to use some more of our practice range time before we go. And that's a very slow process, but if you do 5 minutes a day, every day, like over the course of a month, 2 months, like you'll get so much better. It's actually huge. It's just a matter of being consistent with it. And during team fights, we talked about picking one target and just sticking with that one. It's really, really good. You'll get used to it much quicker. And then, honestly, our positioning wasn't too bad. But yeah, I don't want to overwhelm with like too much. So if we just focus on those 3 things, I think you'll go up pretty quickly. So mechanics in the practice range, at least 5 minutes before you queue ranked every day, right? So if you're going to go play ranked for 2 hours, like do 5 minutes first and then you'll be fine. Focus on one target during the team fights and things break down. And then let's learn some of our characters' abilities just like a little bit better. Not bad. Not bad though. You played pretty decent. I think part of being in gold is also just like getting used to the craziness of what's going on and writing it out anyway. Is it wrong? No, I completely agree with that. The turret is more about taking space rather than getting elims. Yeah. So that's why earlier at the very end here, that's why I said like, don't just let this Groot walk up. It's very confusing. This is why I don't want to like go into too much detail with this, because it can give you bad habits, right? But there is a time and a place to actually shoot tanks. Most of the time when you're playing DPS, you want to be shooting squishy. I use it for ult charge. That's another great reason, but one of the best reasons is also to like, hey, tanks, you can't get close to my team. Hey, Groot's trying to walk over here. If you keep walking over here, you're going to die. You're going to take a ton of damage. It's difficult though because it's a fine line to walk because you don't want to just charge the enemy team's support ults because you're shooting tanks all the time. So that's why I don't want to get into that like too much yet because that's like too high of level. But yeah, not bad, not bad. Anyway, that's it for this VOD review. Thank you guys so much for watching. Take care, God bless. I'm catching you in the next one. Bye.